Azumi, a second-year student, had an important day ahead, so he made sure to leave early that morning to avoid being late. He didn't want to keep his girlfriend Shikimori waiting, but something always seemed to go wrong for him. He frequently got into minor collisions and had a streak of bad luck. That day, he tripped over a stone outside his house, fell while avoiding bird droppings, and ended up keeping his girlfriend waiting for a while. When Azumi finally arrived at their agreed location, he was out of breath and disheveled. Shikimori was a kind girl and didn't mind that he was late, even though he apologized profusely. They walked together to school, and Azumi couldn't help but find his girlfriend attractive, even though she occasionally exhibited another side. As they walked, a speeding truck suddenly appeared and Azumi was nearly hit. Shikimori quickly pulled him to safety and made sure he was okay. This experience made Azumi realize how cool and capable Shikimori could be despite her cuteness reappearance. Finally, they arrived at school, where they checked their class sections for the year. Izumi and Shikimori both hoped to be in the same class, but Shikimori didn't say much about it. Izumi prayed fervently to be in the same class as his girlfriend, while Shikimori remained calm and collected. When they learned that they were indeed in the same class, they were overjoyed. Their prayers have been answered, and they were excited to spend another year together in their shared class with friends Hakamitsu, Yuzuka, and Nakazaki. Shikimori and Azumi briefly part ways. Shikimori goes with Hachimitsu and Nakazaki, while Azumi accompanies Yazuka. Shikimori cannot contain her joy of being in the same class as her boyfriend, and lets out a scream of excitement when she thinks Azumi and Yazuka are gone. Izumi is relieved to see her happy and to know he's not alone. Feeling this way during self-introductions, the homeroom teacher asked Azumi to introduce himself. First, he mispronounces his name, leaving an impression, causing the class to laugh. Later, during a break, a classmate accidentally throws an eraser towards Azumi, but Shikimori's quick reflexes save him. However, the eraser hits her instead, leaving her embarrassed. While Shikimori is in the restroom, some classmates approach Azumi and question why he has a cute girlfriend. Despite being a dull person, they warn him that Shikimori may also suffer from his bad luck. Shikimori overhears this and becomes angry before leaving the room. Despite the boys' attraction to her, they are afraid of Shikimori's anger. She tells Azumi not to worry about their classmates' comments. Izumi seems unfazed by the situation even as Yazuka invites him to hang out after school. Shikimori, Hakamitsu and Nekazaki realized that they had all planned to hang out separately, so they decided to join forces and visit a bowling alley. Yuzuka and Nekazaki are both competitive and animated, but they stop talking when the others ask them to. Once the boys leave, Nekazaki and Hakamitsu huddle close to the friend, while Shikimori's girlfriends give her advice on how to make herself look bad at bowling so that Azumi will find her attractive. Shikimori struggles whether she should appear cool or cute in front of her boyfriend, but after some consideration, she decides to adopt a fully cool persona. Even the other bowlers at the facility cheer for her after she manages to get several consecutive perfect strikes. During the ball sports tournament, Izumi intends to support Shikimori, aware that he's terrible at sports and frequently finds himself in dangerous situations. However, he learns that the dates for the boys' soccer game and the girls' volleyball match are the same. Despite this setback, he promises to support her throughout, even though they are apart. Unfortunately, Izumi's bad luck and clumsiness cause him to experience one setback after another. During the boys' soccer game, Shikimori is concerned for him when she sees him stumble and fall repeatedly. When the volleyball match is about to begin, she rushes to the nurse's office where Izumi has been taken. She keeps watch over him there, obviously concerned for his welfare. Izumi assures her that he is fine, but knowing he caused her to worry makes him feel bad. As she runs her fingers through his hair, Shikimori examines the large scar on Izumi's forehead. He reveals to her that he has endured some terrible wounds in the past, prompting her to advise him to simply stay by her side as she worries about him. Before Shikimori leaves for her volleyball match, Izumi claims that he too can protect her. When he suggests that they skip the game and stay under the covers together, his girlfriend teases him, leaving Izumi taken aback and red-faced. Shikimori and Nico's team are playing against the volleyball club's ace in the girls' volleyball match, and their class is losing just in time. Izumi and Azuka arrive, and Izumi summons the courage to shout at Shikimori to give it her all. Inspired by his words and the efforts of her team members, Shikimori helps their class win the game. After the match, Izumi congratulates her and holds her hand while praising her for a job well done. Shikimori responds, her voice trembling that the only reason she succeeded was because of his support. Izumi feels pleased and a little shy when his girlfriend compliments him. Thanks to her impressive performance in the volleyball match, Shikimori gains several supporters who request photos and autographs from her. However, when they see Izumi, they inquire whether he is her boyfriend, prompting Shikimori to take action when someone makes advances toward him. A few days later, Shikimori is still surrounded by some of her supporters, who gush over her and invite her to join them for dinner. However, Izumi is unable to approach Shikimori as she is constantly surrounded by admirers, causing him to worry. As Izumi and Yazuka stand by the window, a ball suddenly flies towards them and Yazuka quickly pushes Izumi out of the way, taking the hit in the face. Shikimori, who observes this from a distance, becomes jealous of Yazuka for being too close to Izumi. She knows that Izumi has faced some setbacks without her by his side, and worries that he may rely too much on Yazuka for protection. Later that day, Izumi walks alone, lost in thought, when he slips on the staircase and almost falls. Fortunately, Shikimori saves him from harm and tells him that she only wants to take him home with her. However, when Izumi encounters an upset Shikimori, who accuses him of spending more time with a musician than with her, he brushes it off and tells her that he has been missing her company. As they walk home together, Yazuka offers Izumi free tickets for 2 people to a show, but he cannot use them because he has to work. Instead, the young couple decides to go see a movie. That evening, Izumi realizes that he has caused Shikimori to endure many calamities in the past and decides to put in more effort to avoid such incidents in the future. He prepares for their date meticulously and ends up with a backpack overflowing with items. Meanwhile, Shikimori struggles to choose what to wear and creates such a commotion that her older brother enters her room to see what's going on. When he asked about her plans for the following day, she merely replies that she's going to see a movie with a friend without elaborating. On the day of the date, Izumi has a rough start forgetting the backpack at home because the strap snapped along the way. Despite this setback, he finds a lost child and takes her to the police station. When he finally meets Shikimori at their meeting spot, she's already there waiting for him, and he's too shocked to speak when he sees her. As they board the train to the theater, Izumi daydreams about sharing a kiss with Shikimori while watching a romantic film. However, Shikimori mistakes his red face for a fever, but he assures her that it's merely excitement for watching a movie with her. Once they arrive at the theater, they debate which film to watch and Izumi insists that Shikimori chooses, since she always prioritizes him over herself. She surprises him by picking a horror movie and he nervously agrees to watch it despite his fear. Throughout the film, Shikimori holds his hand to ease his terror and he thanks her after the movie. Despite his fear, he's grateful for the chance to hold her hand. As Izumi and Shikimori plan to indulge in some fancy candies, Izumi realizes his wallet is missing despite having tied it to his string attached to his hands. He apologizes to Shikimori for the mishap, but she forgives him and they continue walking. Soon they bump into Izumi's parents and are invited to their home for a meal. Shikimori agrees and they are warmly welcomed into the household. While eating, Shikimori displays her cool composure by stopping a fork for hitting Izumi, which surprises his parents impressed by her manners. They treat her like a princess and serve her some of their best dishes. Shikimori compliments the food. His parents are delighted by her visit and invite her to come over any time during a meal. Izumi jokingly asks Shikimori if she's nervous in his home, but she confidently replies that she's not. His father teases them for their flirtatious behavior, which causes his mother to blush. After dinner, Izumi falls asleep and Shikimori offers to help his mother with the dishes. She accepts the offer and thanks her for supporting Izumi. Izumi's mother suggests that her misfortune made a cause of hardships, but Shikimori disagrees and says that it has made him a kind person. His mother is touched by this and admits that she wishes Shikimori was her girlfriend. His father jokes that she's having an affair right in front of him. The conversation ends with everyone laughing and Shikimori promising to always look out for Izumi. Thanks for watching. In future, parts will be listed down in the description. Don't forget to like